Mike Barnacle.
Admiral, when you were across the river in your uniform, and today in your nice suit and tie, you continue to explain, you know, sorties above Iraq and sorties above Syria.
Yeah.
So I would ask you, do you think bombing is a strategy, or is it just another tool of war?
It is, as I described just a little bit, and it's a great question, by the way. It's a way that you achieve a strategy. It's one facet of a strategy. This strategy is multiple lines of effort. It's not just military. And the other thing that we've been saying is that airstrikes alone are never going to be enough to defeat this group. We said that from day one. So yes, we've conducted thousands of them. And we know that we've taken thousands and thousands of them off the battlefield, as well as some of their equipment. They still have the ability to recruit. They still have the ability to retain and forces and to move them into the fight. That's what we have to get at. And you can't just do that through air power alone.
Admiral, it's Catty Kay here. The Defense Secretary is still saying we have the perfect strategy, just as you've suggested there. But at some point, the execution of the strategy becomes so difficult, let's even call it perhaps impossible, that you have to start rethinking what your strategy is, doesn't it? Are we near that point now? I mean, barring 20,000 American forces being sent into Iraq, retaking Mosul looks very difficult, holding the country together looks very difficult. At what point do you start to say, this strategy is flawed?
Well, Catty, any good strategy is constantly reevaluated. And I can tell you, again, going back to my former life, and certainly here at the State Department, I've seen it firsthand. Every day we take a look at the strategy in its execution. We believe the strategy is sound, but in its execution, we look at it every single day, and we make adjustments as we need to on the ground. One of the things that the President, the Commander-in-Chief, was referring to yesterday was this element of the strategy about training and equipping competent Iraqi security forces. And obviously, we believe, certainly after Ramadi, that there is perhaps some room for improvement there. It doesn't mean the idea changes. We still believe you got to get those guys competent on the battlefield, more competent. But maybe the way we're going about that needs to be changed a little bit, and that's what the President was referring to.
Bob, is the United States